This is a message from your angels today. Today, the angels want you to be honest with yourself and speak your truth. Speak your truth with love, with integrity from your heart. And the first step to do that will be being honest with yourself. Are you really honoring who you really are? Are you really speaking from your heart? How does it feel? The things that you are saying, are you speaking with anger? Are you speaking with love? Are you speaking in revenge? Are you speaking in which kind of emotion? In order for us to be heard the way that we want to be heard and to really share and to do the changes that we want to see in the world or in our lives, we really have to start asking ourselves those questions first, because our intentions that we put into things, it is important to know where they are and where they're coming from. See, one of the hardest things for everyone right now, it is to, how can I speak my truth? How can I share my belief, my idea, without being judged, without feeling being afraid of being censored, for example, And I think that the best thing that each one of us we can do is, first of all, hold space for everyone, as everyone is in a different journey. We could be having the same subject, we're experiencing the same things, but at the same time, it's vastly different, because each one of us, we are in a personal and unique path, and we will see a different perspective of the same thing. So in order for us to really speak our truth with everyone, first we have to understand what is our truth, because our truth might not be the same truth as everybody else. And even if we are not in the same range of, say, color with everybody else, it doesn't mean that it's not real, our truth or our own personal path. So understanding that everybody else is doing the exactly same thing as we are, trying to understand our paths and really being able to be ourselves, embodying our true selves, it is important to hold that space for others to do so that we can actually go in our paths in a way, holding hands, supporting, to say, hey, you know what, I don't know exactly what it's like, but I know you're going through your path and I'm going through my path, so we support each other by sometimes not judging, not saying anything, or sometimes requires to do something. Speaking our truth goes beyond what just saying words. It's to understand the meaning of those words. Where are they coming from? From the heart, are coming from the moment of rage, the moment of anger. How I feel what I'm about when I'm speaking is going to be the key, and how we will be heard and how we communicate. So then the next question for us to ask is that what I'm about to say, is it going to help others? Is it going to help me? Is it going to help the situation? Am I just trying to put my view and trying to impose my view into someone else? There's a lot of mosquitoes in here, as you can see. But it is important to understand that when we do that from that point of view, we will really be speaking our truth with integrity and honoring ourselves. Again, we have to be firm and speak our truth, even though it might not be the same truth for everybody else. But if we know this is the truth to ourselves and is in our highest good, always coming from that point of view with that intention, is in my highest good and highest good of all, the words will come out with gentleness and ease. The words will come out in a different frequency. Even if you have to say no and you're firm, but you are peaceful and you honor yourself, you say no to something, you say yes to something that you have never done before. You're honoring yourself because you're listening to yourself. Might not be easy, but you know that is the right thing to do, and it feels right. You're not hurting anyone, and we're giving space to everybody else doing the same thing. And one of the biggest things is stopping judging ourselves and judging others, because that will help. That will create a spiral. That will create like a movie or drama where we will get stuck, and then we feel that it is because of the outside that my life is in this situation. If we put it the other way around, they will realize that I have all the power to change everything, and that everybody else would like to do the same thing. So when we allow ourselves doing this, we give this permission slip for everybody else to also be themselves. So I hope this helps you a little bit, as you know, the message, when we hear the messages, we are right now this moment, trigger, and it's hard to stay on that state of mind. So be always heart-centered and grounded, as your angels to assist you to be heart-centered and grounded before you communicate, before you do something important at this moment in time. Also, to remind you that we are in Mercury in retrograde, which means it is important to be careful how you communicate. Ask your questions before you speak your truth, before you say something, because it could be a lot of misunderstanding. So it's important to allow yourself to meditate what you're about to say and not just react. I hope this is helpful for you today, and speak your truth.